The show is Caged Minds. Your host is Mika Frankl, and today my guest is professional boxer Jonathan Pizza Abeyta. Sir, thank you for the time. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure, sir. I appreciate you taking some time out of the day to share with me here, to talk about your career. Let's get going. Let's start off with your introduction to boxing. How did you get into this crazy sport?
I was back in middle school. I was going to Van Buren Middle School, and there was a boxing team there, and that's how I got started. So it's been a long time. Been doing it a long time.
At Van Buren Middle School, that boxing team, what was the introduction like? Did you seek out boxing? How did you find that team?
They were just there, and I went in and I just tried it, and didn't go too good at first, and then I just fell in love with it, and things changed. So,
were you a kid sitting there on the floor watching it at home before? Like, what attracted you to want to give it a try?
I used to watch it when I was younger. I've been around it for a long time, so I said, let's pick it up.
You start in middle school and right away fell in love?
Yes, sir.
What was that like? What were those early days, and how did it connect to you?
It just felt like home to me. It came so natural. I was always in the gym 24/7, so it was natural. So
the amateur career starts up. Tell us about the amateur career, a little synopsis. How many fights did you have? How'd that go?
I'm not quite sure exactly how many fights I had. Started off, like I said, a little rough. We lost the first 4, and then we went on a wrecking after that. Went to nationals, regionals, stuff like that. Started sparring with the professionals at 14 years old, 13 years old. Then that's when I decided I knew I was ready to make this jump now that I came back to the sport of boxing. So,
if you had to give an overall number, you thinking more than 50?
About 50, maybe. A little over, maybe. Not too quite sure.
50 fights as an amateur, maybe more, maybe less, somewhere in that neighborhood. What's the biggest takeaway, the biggest lessons learned?
Biggest lessons learned were, you got to train hard and never overlook anybody, because people that you overlook can be the ones to really put it on you, so you can't really look over anybody, and you just got to stay focused and keep going, bro. Keep pushing.
And was that something that just materialized inside of you? Was that something that you had been taught? Example that had been set around you, that never quit mentality?
Kind of, it's been like that with all my training partners, we push each other, we never quit, we push each other till we break, and sometimes we don't break, and we just keep going and going and going, so, it's a good mentality, I believe, to have in this sport.
Continue on your story, it sounds like between the amateurs and this professional run now, there was some time away from the sport?
Yes, sir. I took about a 10-year layoff. Got involved in gangs and drugs, and threw away a little bit of my time. So I found the love for the sport again, and now I'm back.
What made you go back? What made you return to the gym? What made you put that street life aside?
I just realized, there's more to life than what I was doing. I really loved the sport. I really thought to myself, I can really take myself somewhere with the sport of boxing, and I was throwing away a lot of talent, and my coaches helped me come back. I talked to them. They never gave up on me. They said, when you're ready, Pizza, we're here. We're here, and I was ready.
What kind of decision was that for you?
It's probably one of the biggest decisions of my life, and probably one of the best decisions of my life. Like I said, I'm back. I'm feeling strong, feel better. Life is great. I found God as well, and everything seems to be falling into place.
I gotta ask, are there certain kind of feelings now that you have towards who you used to be?
I mean, not really too much. I feel like if I didn't, take a step away and do what I'm supposed to do, I might not be in the situation I am today. You know what I'm saying? God has a plan for everybody, and He did what He did for some odd reason, and I just thank Him for it and giving me another opportunity.
Now, when you return to the gym, it's been a decade. Where is that return at?
That return is at Power and Glory Boxing.
Now, talk to me about walking in the doors at that gym. A great group of coaches and fighters. What's that been like?
It's been great. Me and Steve have worked together. Me and Steve Garcia have worked together for a long time since I was a little boy. I also have my dad, that's been working with me for a long time. Then I also have my coach, Matt Gallegos, my strength and conditioning coach, who had a big part in this. And it's just a great couple, group of guys that just never stopped believing in me, and now we're here.
Already one under your belt, as I believe it, as a professional. What was it like? Bright lights, the big fight night.
It was a lot different than anything that I've ever experienced. Nationals it was kind of like nationals to me, but a little more different, for sure. No headgear, no shirts, bigger stage. It was great. It was great. I know I had put in the work, and we got the outcome that we were looking for.
Without giving away too many of the tricks of the trade that you like to employ, let's hear about a little bit of the pizza style.
I like to bring the ultimate, baby. I mean, it's go, go, go for me.
Now you're going to head out to Tennessee. It's a big road trip. Teammates on the card. You're going to be taking on Justin Long. What's it been like preparing for this second professional fight?
It's been really great, honestly. I'm a little more relaxed. I'm not as nervous as the first go-around. My teammates have been pushing me to the fullest. Good sparring with Lorenzo Benavides, Manuel Eastman. Great sparring with Josh Torres. I couldn't thank these guys enough, for pushing me as much as they do in the gym. I'm excited. It's always been a dream of mine to, leave the state and represent New Mexico in a fight like this, and my opportunity's here. So,
what did you learn from that first fight, from the second round knockout, that you can take into this next one?
Gotta let your hands go. That's it. Don't think too much, and everything else will fall into place.
Now, what's the toughest part of so far this pro journey?
Staying motivated, for sure. You fight and then you take some time off, and then, you get lazy and stuff like that. But I believe now it's the time to stay motivated and just keep pushing, even after this fight. I want to fight, anywhere from 5 to 6 times this year. We'll see if that happens. I put a goal out for myself to be New Mexico's prospect of the year, and I'm gonna chase that.
Before the goal, heard a lot of faith, a lot of belief, and it sounds like your conviction, it's powering you through a lot.
Yes, sir.
I also believe, and I'm not sure if it's fully up and running, but outside of working at Power and Glory, didn't I hear something about you opening up your own facility?
Yes, sir. I opened up my own facility down in Farmington, New Mexico. I'm also a branch of the Power and Glory, boxing club. I got some great kids in there as well. I'm getting ready. They were supposed to fight this weekend, but then I had to leave to come out to fight. So as soon as I get back, hopefully you'll see some of those kids and the talent that we really have down there.
Talk to me about that decision, the motivation to jump into that coaching role also for the youth down there to give them another gym.
It was a decision that I made with my strength and conditioning coach. I believe me being around boxing 24/7 has helped me actually stay motivated more, and I don't have time to really think about nothing else besides the sport. I think it was a great thing for our community down there, and I also believe it was a great thing for me just to stay busy. I want to save some, the kids' lives because, Farmington don't really have a lot of things, It's not a very well-known place for good things and the way kids grow up, and I want to change that, So we'll see what happens.
How much does your past, what you've went through, influence these decisions that you're making to want to try to steer people away from having to learn the lessons in the manner that you did?
You know, like I said, I just want to show these kids that, you know, there's more to life than, you know, alcohol, drugs, gangs. You just got to believe in yourself, you know, and I believe in every single kid. There's just way more, you know, and I believe if they get involved, this shows them a lot of life skills, you know, self-discipline, you know, self-control, stuff like that, you know. So I really push that a lot down there.
As I understand it, it's you, Manuel, and we also have Lorenzo on the card. How much of a feeling does this take you back to the amateurs where it's a team trip?
It's unreal, you know. Before I started, I kept telling, you know, Lorenzo, I can't wait to be on the same card as you. I can't wait to be on, and we're here now, you know. I believe we've all worked hard enough to go out and make New Mexico proud, and that's the goal right now.
So what should everybody in Tennessee be expecting to see?
I expect a boom because we coming. New Mexico's coming.